Hi, it's Anne, your friendly certified OBM, and I'm coming to you to talk about May. Now, I don't know about you, but May kind of normally feels like a bit of a precursor to summer. And I'm sat here so cold, I'm shivering whilst recording this. So it doesn't really feel like we're getting anywhere near summer. But May's kind of like one of those sneaky months. We've done Easter, we've got like a billion bank holidays, so we've got to cram lots of work in. And even though it doesn't feel like it, we have got the summer holidays coming very soon. And people, I don't know, get a bit of a feeling that they're starting to think about that summer downtime. They're starting to book or think about summer holidays, taking time off. And so May can kind of just sneak past us in a bit of nothingness. But it really is an opportunity to just be smart. You can be one of the smart business owners that works really intentionally this month and makes the most of this time that's available. So I work with, at this time of year, lots of business owners who kind of, yeah, don't want to just sit and have a bit of a meh time. They want to take the control. They want to get ready for summer, actually not kind of wind down, but make sure everything is set up, ready to go. So I've put together three things that I see the smart business owners doing in May this time of year, and they make all the difference. So instead of you wasting a month just kind of waiting for summer to come, waiting for the next thing to come, waiting for the end of Q2, let's do something. So let's dive in. Number one, smart business owners stop and take a pause, a strategic pause. So instead of just kind of carrying on, instead of keeping your head down in the work, actually it's time to pause, zoom out, and get a better look at the business from further away. Instead of being quite so in the business, stuck in the business, you're looking with a more aerial view, having a more aerial view. And they will reflecting on whether the goals are actually on track. How's everything going? You set these goals at the beginning of the year, or maybe these are actually even older goals than that. But how are they doing? So, yeah, we're nearly at the end of Q2. So let's see where the goals are. What needs to change to actually keep them on track? Is the day to day of your business, is that still aligned with where you're trying to get to? So is your business running in a way that is supporting the business goals, or is it actually just getting a little bit clunky, inefficient, and it's stopping you getting that goals, or it's making it harder to get to the goals? And the other thing to think about is, am I spending time on the right things? So we're a few months away from when you set these goals, and things happen, you get distracted, you might go off on a different tangent. So this is the moment to sort of think, actually, is everything I'm doing for the right reason, getting me to the right place? Is it intentional? Am I doing what I need to do to get to where I want to be, to get to where I want the business to be? So it's not about stopping everything, but it is about taking a pause, taking a breather, and reflecting on where things are. Sometimes when you sort of say a pause, it's like, well, I'm stopping work. That's going to slow down progress. It's going to put me behind. But it doesn't. It allows you to take that breath, and it allows you to actually stop veering off course. It means that you can recognize potential issues and you can fix them early. So yeah, take a pause. That's my point one. Point two, smart business owners clean up after themselves, clean up their tools, and they clean up their team. Things can get messy really fast in a growing business, and things that you might have set in motion in January, the cracks can start to show if you haven't been keeping an eye on it. New team members, were they onboarded properly? Were they truly integrated in your team, or did you just kind of get them on board and go, "Yep, this is part of the goal"? Are you using tools and softwares? Well, actually, but not efficiently. They're only half being used, or you're duplicating steps. Again, kind of processes half set up at the beginning. We're thinking, yes, brilliant, I'm on a roll, I'm going to get this all set up. But now, just because you haven't kept maybe quite as a tight rein on them, things are getting that slight edge of chaos where you are thinking, things could be easier. So what I mean by cleaning up teams and tools is reconfirming roles and responsibilities, making sure that everybody is understanding exactly what they're supposed to be doing and exactly what the agreed scope is, what the agreed boundaries are. Bit of an audit tool. So kind of like clearing out the clutter, but what's actually being used and are people using it properly? Do your team members actually need to be trained on this in order to use it properly? Do you need to be trained on it in order to use it properly? And part of this refresh is then looking at your SOPs, your standard operating procedures. Are they right for what you've got in place now? Do you need to tweak them? It is worth checking in with them, especially if they're new ones, at this 6 month or nearly 6 month stage, if they're new this year, so you keep them really working. So this allows you to identify what anything that's unclear in the team or anything that's inefficient even. It's not about kind of recreating everything, but you're just making sure, kind of checking in, and you're not waiting for bigger problems to come on the horizon because you haven't spent a little bit of time just making sure that everything is working. It isn't about getting everything perfect. It is not about perfection, but it is about clarity. And if there's slight lack of clarity, it's the time to just rein that in. Three, so get an outside perspective. So as the business leader, you are in your business. You've got everything going on around you. And it is difficult to think, well, actually, I'm not going to try and fix everything myself. So there's kind of two things to this. One is realizing that you can't fix everything yourself and you shouldn't fix everything yourself. And part of it is you say, well, actually, do you know what? Stepping back. I mean, we talked about in one stepping back to get a bit of an aerial view. You're still very involved. So getting somebody else to help you step back even further to get an outside perspective. And that is a lot of the time where I come in because I've got experience in different businesses, different setups, lots of different types of businesses. But in your business, I'm not emotionally attached. My this isn't my baby. I didn't create this business. So it's easier for me to look over with that outside perspective and say this is going well and this isn't going well. It's easier for me to say, okay, so you're describing a problem, a symptom in your business, something that's not working that well, and I can help you understand what is causing that. But you're stuck in that moment. You might be thinking, oh, why can't I get the team to understand me? Or the team aren't listening. This isn't working. And maybe it's because you're not speaking in the right terms to them. Maybe you've not checked their learning, their skill level is kind of at the point where you think it is. So you're talking at the wrong level to them. Maybe you are thinking, okay, well, I'm communicating by email, and they're waiting for a Slack message. So there are some communication things, comes clarity, but you're so in it that actually it's difficult to see the reason behind the symptoms. And something that I do with business owners is an operations review, which is really lifting the bonnet of your business, getting a really good look, digging around, seeing what's working, seeing what isn't, and then looking at what the priorities are to get things sorted. And that will help you prevent wasting money, wasting time, and wasting energy. So that's one of the ways I work specifically with this. If this resonates with you and you're feeling that, yeah, actually, do you know what? My business is a little bit chaotic. It's that chaos is creeping in, then give these points a go. And if you want to do a little bit more, then why not have a discovery call and see if a business ops review is for you? And the link will be in the call details. So for now, after I've done a little quick introduction, because he has been popping up, this is Rocco, the Littlest Strive 4 member, who might be popping up in other videos. So I'll let you go, and hopefully you have got some ideas to go and just be a little bit smarter this month. And yeah, it would be great to know how you're getting on. So if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, again, all my details are going to be in the call notes. So for now, have a good one.